Once upon a time, nestled deep in the vibrant forests of India, there lived a very clever monkey. His home was a magnificent mango tree that stood tall and proud right on the bank of a glistening river. This tree wasn't just any tree. It was laden with the juiciest, sweetest mangoes you could ever imagine. Our monkey friend spent his days leaping from branch to branch, feasting on these delicious fruits, his heart filled with simple joy. The sun would warm his fur, a gentle breeze would rustle the leaves, and the sound of the flowing river was his constant, soothing companion. Life was peaceful, and the monkey was content, thinking he had everything he could ever want. He was clever, agile, and had an endless supply of his favorite food. Little did he know, his life was about to become much more interesting. One bright, sunny afternoon, as the monkey was enjoying a particularly ripe mango, he noticed a pair of eyes peering at him from the water's surface. It was a large crocodile who had swum over from the other side of the river, drawn by the sweet scent of the mangoes. The monkey, being a friendly soul, wasn't scared. He tossed a mango down to the crocodile. The crocodile caught it with a snap of his powerful jaws and found it absolutely delicious. From that day on, a most unusual friendship began to blossom. The monkey would share his sweet mangoes, and the crocodile would visit every day, listening to the monkey's stories of the forest. "Thank you, dear monkey," the crocodile would say, his voice a low rumble. "These are the finest fruits I've ever tasted." The monkey would chatter happily in return. "It's my pleasure, friend. There's plenty for both of us." They would spend hours together, the land creature and the water dweller, sharing fruit and laughter, forging a bond that seemed unbreakable. The crocodile would often take some of the mangoes home for his wife. She loved the fruit, but soon grew greedy. One evening, she turned to her husband with a cunning look in her eye. "My dear," she said, "if the fruit this monkey eats is so sweet, imagine how sweet his heart must be. I want to eat the monkey's heart. They say it will make me powerful and live forever. You must bring him to me." The crocodile was horrified. "But he is my friend," he protested. "How can I betray him?" His wife, however, was relentless. She feigned illness, crying and moaning that only the monkey's heart could cure her. Torn between his loyalty to his friend and his duty to his wife, the crocodile felt a heavy weight in his own heart. He spent the night tossing and turning, devising a plan he knew was wicked. "I must bring the monkey to her," he thought with a heavy sigh. "But what if he discovers my plan? I must be very careful." The next day, the crocodile swam to the mango tree, his heart pounding with guilt. He put on his most charming smile and called out to the monkey. "Friend monkey, my wife has invited you over for a grand feast at our home on the other side of the river. She wants to thank you for all the delicious mangoes." The monkey was thrilled. He had never seen the other side of the river and was excited to meet his friend's family. "But how will I get there?" he asked. "I can't swim." The crocodile's plan was falling into place. "No problem at all," he said smoothly. "Just climb onto my back, and I will carry you across safely." The monkey, trusting his friend completely, didn't hesitate. He leaped from his tree onto the crocodile's rough, scaly back, and they set off across the wide river, the monkey chattering excitedly about the adventure. They swam on, the water cool against the crocodile's skin. When they reached the middle of the river, where the current was strongest and the banks were far away, the crocodile couldn't hold his secret any longer. He began to sink a little lower into the water. The monkey felt a splash and cried out, "Be careful, friend! I might fall off." It was then that the crocodile, with a heavy heart, confessed his true intentions. "I'm sorry, my friend," he rumbled, "but I am taking you to my wife. She wants to eat your heart." The monkey's blood ran cold. He was trapped, in the middle of a river, on the back of the very creature who planned to betray him. Fear gripped him, but he was a clever monkey. He had to think fast. His mind raced, and in a flash, an idea sparked. Forcing a laugh, the monkey said in the calmest voice he could manage, "Oh, you foolish crocodile! Why didn't you tell me this before we left? I would have gladly given my heart to your wife." The crocodile stopped, confused. "What do you mean?" he asked. The monkey continued, "Well, everyone knows that for safety, I leave my heart behind on the mango tree. We keep our hearts in a safe place when we travel. If you want my heart, we must go back to the tree to get it." The crocodile, not being the brightest of creatures, believed him completely. "Is that so?" he asked. "Then we must go back at once." He turned around and began swimming swiftly back towards the riverbank they had just left. The monkey held on tightly, his own heart hammering against his ribs, praying his trick would work. As soon as they were close enough, the monkey made a tremendous leap, flying from the crocodile's back onto the safety of the lowest branch of his beloved mango tree. Safely back in his home, the monkey climbed to the highest branch and looked down at the bewildered crocodile in the water. He couldn't help but laugh, a mix of relief and scorn in his voice. "Oh, you foolish, foolish crocodile," he shouted down. "Did you really think I would leave my heart on a tree? My heart is right here inside me. You tried to betray my friendship for your own selfish reasons, and now you have lost both my heart and my friendship forever." The crocodile stared up, the truth of the monkey's words crashing down on him. He had been tricked, and his own foolishness and treachery had cost him a true friend. Shame washed over him, and he felt smaller than he ever had before. He had sacrificed a genuine bond for a wicked lie, and was now left with nothing but regret. With his head hung low, the crocodile slowly swam away, disappearing into the river's depths. He never returned to the mango tree, and the monkey never saw him again. The crocodile had learned a painful but valuable lesson that day. Betrayal is a poison that destroys the very foundation of friendship. No gain is worth the price of losing someone's trust. The monkey, though sad to have lost a friend, was wiser. He continued to live in his mango tree, enjoying his sweet fruits, but he was now more careful about who he trusted. He understood that a true friendship is built on loyalty and honesty, not on what one can gain from another. And so, the story of the clever monkey and the foolish crocodile became a tale told throughout the forest. The moral of this story is simple yet profound. Choose your friends wisely and cherish the trust you share. True friendship is a treasure, but once broken by betrayal, it can rarely be mended. Trust and loyalty are the pillars that hold a friendship strong, and without them, it will surely crumble. Remember to be a friend like the monkey was at the start, generous and open, but also be as wise as he was in the end, protecting your heart from those who might wish you harm.